In the last episode, we journeyed deep into the Arabian desert. We saw Khalid bin Walid achieve the impossible at Dumat al-Jandal, crushing the coalition of Christian Arab tribes and saving the trapped army of Iyad bin Ghanam. The hammer and anvil maneuver destroyed the rebels, and the gateway to Arabia was secured. But war waits for no man. While Khalid was fighting in the south, the embers of rebellion were being stoked in the north. The surviving Arab tribes of the Euphrates, the Taghlib, the Iyad, the Namir, burning with desire to avenge their kinsmen killed at Ulais and Walaja, have gathered again. They believe the sword of Allah is far away, lost in the sands. They believe they are safe. They have gathered at 3 camps, Muzayyah, Saniyy, and Zumail. But they do not know that the wolf is already returning, and this time he will not strike at dawn. He will strike in the dark. Welcome to the night of the wolves. To understand the magnitude of this threat, we must look at the board. While Khalid was away, the Persian court in Ctesiphon saw an opportunity. They sent new instructions to their scattered forces: join with the Arabs, crush the Muslim garrisons while their commander is absent. 2 Persian generals, Ruzbeh and Zarmahr, gathered at Husayn. They were joined by the Arab tribes. But Khalid had left a deputy behind, the indomitable Qa'qa bin Amr. Qa'qa did not wait to be attacked. He struck the Persians at Husayn. In a fierce duel, Qa'qa killed the Persian general Zarmahr. Defeated but not destroyed, the Persians fled. They retreated to Khanafis, then fell back to Muzayyah, where a massive army of Christian Arabs led by Zumail bin Imran was gathering. Thousands of warriors, fueled by the blood feuds of the previous battles, were now concentrated in one place. They felt secure. They had numbers, and they had the night. Khalid returned from Dumat al-Jandal with incredible speed. When he assessed the situation, he realized that attacking these massive camps in conventional daylight battle would be costly. The enemy would see him coming. They would form lines. They would fight with the desperation of men protecting their families. So Khalid devised a plan that is studied in military academies to this day for its sheer difficulty of coordination. He divided his army into 3 corps. The first corps, commanded by Khalid himself. The second corps, commanded by Qa'qa bin Amr. The third corps, commanded by Abu Layla. His orders were unprecedented. March by separate routes. Do not be seen together. We will meet at Muzayyah, not at dawn, not at dusk, but exactly at midnight. This is the concept of time on target. In an era without clocks or radios, guiding 3 armies to strike a single point in the exact same moment in pitch darkness required a level of discipline that only the companions possessed. Pause here. Think about the risk. If one corps arrives too early, the enemy wakes up and destroys it before the others arrive. If one arrives too late, the attack fails. Khalid is betting everything on the timing of his sub-commanders. I want to ask you, in modern warfare, we have GPS and radios. How do you think Khalid coordinated this? Was it by the stars or by fixed march speeds? Let me know your theory in the comments. Now, let's watch the trap snapshot. The camp at Muzayyah is quiet. The chieftain, Zumail bin Imran, sleeps soundly. He has thousands of warriors, a mixture of Persian heavy infantry and Christian Arab tribesmen burning for revenge. They expect Khalid to approach from the south in the clear light of day, with drums beating. They expect a battle of lines and champions. But Khalid is not coming from the south, and he is not bringing drums. The time is exactly midnight. Khalid, Qa'qa bin Amr, and Abu Layla have arrived at their pre-calculated coordinates. 3 separate armies standing silently in the dark on 3 sides of the sleeping camp. Khalid raises his hand. A single cry tears the night apart. Ya Allah, attack! From 3 directions, the Muslims descend like an avalanche. The roar of Allahu Akbar shatters the silence. Inside the camp, it is absolute pandemonium. The Arabs wake up to the sound of hooves tearing through their tents. They grab their swords and rush out, but there is no front line. If they run west, they run into the core of Abu Layla. If they run east, they run into Qa'qa. The confusion is so absolute that in the darkness, the enemy soldiers cannot tell friend from foe. They trip over tent ropes. They are trampled by their own horses. History records that the slaughter at Muzayyah was not a battle, it was a liquidation. The enemy never managed to form a single line of defense. Zumail bin Imran, the arrogant chieftain, manages to escape in the chaos, leaving his men to be harvested like wheat. By sunrise, the army of Muzayyah has ceased to exist. Khalid does not stop to celebrate. He does not stop to rest. He knows that fear travels faster than horses. He allows a handful of survivors to escape Muzayyah. Why? Because he wants them to carry the plague of terror to the next camp. The survivors stagger into Saniyy, the camp of the Bani Taghlib, led by the chieftain Rabi'a bin Bujir. They bring tales of a nightmare, of an army that strikes from the shadows, of a general who never sleeps. The warriors of Saniyy are shaken. They double their guards. They stare into the darkness, waiting for the inevitable. They do not have to wait long. Just a few nights later, the exact same horror repeats itself. Khalid, Qa'qa bin Amr, and Abu Layla execute the same maneuver. 3 corps, 3 directions, midnight. The psychological impact is devastating. The defenders of Saniyy, already poisoned by the stories of the refugees, break almost immediately. The resistance collapses. Rabi'a bin Bujir is killed. His men are slaughtered. But amidst the carnage, the Muslims capture a prize that links this night of blood to the future of Islam. They capture the daughter of the chieftain Rabi'a, a woman of breathtaking beauty. She is sent to Medina, where she will eventually be married to Ali bin Abi Talib and become the mother of some of his children. History is being written by the light of burning tents. 2 armies destroyed, 2 camps erased. Now the refugees from both Muzayyah and Saniyy flee to the final reserve camp at Zumail. The situation at Zumail is pathetic. These men are not cowards. They are proud warriors of the Bani Taghlib, but they are mentally broken. They feel like they are fighting a supernatural force. They know Khalid is coming, but they feel powerless to stop him. They stand in their ranks, shaking, waiting for the inevitable. When Khalid's 3 corps emerge from the darkness for the 3rd time, the enemy doesn't even try to maneuver. They are swallowed up, as the historians say, like a village swallowed by an earthquake. Khalid maneuvers his armies with the effortlessness of a grandmaster moving pieces on a chessboard. 3 battles, 3 victories. In the span of a single week, the tribal power of the Euphrates has been wiped out. The rebellion is not just defeated, it is deleted. Khalid stands amidst the ruins of Zumail. His men are exhausted, their armor caked in dried blood and dust. They have marched hundreds of miles and fought 3 battles without a break. But Khalid points his sword north. The survivors have fled across the river to a border town called Firaz. Now the Persian Empire, the Roman Empire, and the Arab tribes are gathering for one final desperate stand. They've stopped underestimating him. Now the superpowers are uniting to crush him. Next time, the grand finale, the Battle of Firaz, where Khalid takes on the combined might of Rome, Persia, and the Arabs in one day. Subscribe to the House of Wisdom. The Iraq campaign is approaching its climax.